Hola chicos y chicas, welcome to Spanish 2. We're starting week 5 already. Semana 5, yeah, wow. Que loca, how crazy. I know that online learning might not be the easiest for you guys, and I've struggled with it too. So I want to start off and say that you guys are doing a really good job, and I want to encourage you to continue emailing me if you have any questions at all. Just reach out. So, last week we watched Living on $1 a Day to start off our newest unit about Guatemala. Living on $1 a Day no es una película, no es una película, es un documental. Un documentary. Un documental no tiene actores, tiene personas normales. Como Chris y I'm not going to lie, I forgot the other guys' names, but we learned about their journey in living in the poverty, la pobreza de Guatemala. ¿Cómo fue? What was it like? ¿Cómo fue? And you guys followed along with the worksheet to go along with it. And I think a lot of us had a lot of feelings like, wow, I'm really thankful for what I have, and it made me realize how much I spend money, and I don't really have to think about tracking every single cent. Or maybe you do, and you were like, I relate to that because money is hard for my family right now. Things are tight, and it's really worrisome sometimes. So there were two different views that you might have, but living on $1 a day shows us what poverty can look like in rural Guatemala. We're going to start a book, and some of it will take place in rural settings of Mexico, not Guatemala, but the people we're learning about are from Guatemala. And you'll understand a little bit about what poverty looks like in a city as well. So it'll be a little different, like there won't be as much farming, but you would have to find a job in a city instead, because our main character in the book we're starting is from a city. So la narradora means the narrator. So that's how I'm going to refer to the person telling the story in Esperanza. Y ella vive en la ciudad de Guatemala. So before we begin this book, I want us to understand a little bit more about Guatemala. So we're going to do an activity where we are learning about the geography of Guatemala. We're also going to be listening to a song and following along with some activities that's called Ave que emigra, which means the bird that migrates or emigrates. And this is a really strong message of the song because it's told from the perspective of somebody in Guatemala who lived there during a time when there was a lot of people who immigrated away from Guatemala because they had a 36-year-long civil war. And so it was really dangerous for them to live there. We're also going to learn about the logistics of how to immigrate somewhere legally, specifically how to immigrate to the U.S. legally, and what does legal immigration look like. I'm sure a lot of us hear about immigration a lot, but what we're doing in class this week is just learning the facts of what are the 4 types, los 4 tipos de inmigración legal. And so there's a PowerPoint for you to go through and some activities as well. Then finally, we're going to be starting Esperanza. I want you guys to read chapter 1. There is a link to if you want to listen to the audiobook. And if that doesn't work, please let me know. It's my first time trying to link an audio file. But hopefully you have picked up your books. If you have not, you need to come in and grab those from school. I have created a binder that has all of your work for you, and if you don't have your work, you really can't be successful in the next unit, so please come get that. But everything you have to do is just on a PowerPoint, so hopefully you guys saw that I started doing that last week where it was one PowerPoint with all of the activities you need to do per day. So day 1 and activities, day 2 and activities. So mine are all under week 5, and we're doing days 2, 3, and 4 of our unit this week. So one is called Day 2, Ave que emigra, Day 3, Guatemala, and Day 4, Esperanza, with the books. If you have any questions, please let me know. You guys are doing really well, and just reach out with any questions. Adios y buena suerte.